Welcome to Surviving Sin City. I'm your host, Tiffani Neilson, and with me today is Mr. Lenny Windsor.
Yeah, Windsor here. How the devil are you? I'm Lenny Windsor. I was a writer with the Benny Hill Show for 7.5 years. So good to see you. Well, I can't see you.
Well, they can see you though.
I know.
And
I know.
Today we're going to be talking about the weirder side of Vegas. And Vegas is a really weird place, actually. Don't you think?
Yes. There's 25,000 hookers live here. I don't know them all personally. Well, not their first names. I do know their second names. 25,000 hookers. Good place.
Well, Lenny, you are that hot. I guess you would know them all.
I am known as the hot one in town.
Oh, no, the hottest.
The
Stop.
hottest. Oh,
I know
idiot.
One of our next guests, and the guest that's going to be presenting her fashions at the end of the show, is Miss Mina Kahn, and she had gotten me these lovely flowers, but I think maybe they would also look nice with your outfit, so I'll just let you
Actually, I'm wearing
this.
a green suit, a bottle green suit.
With the yellow.
I know, it's not on the yellow and stuff. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, and she's invited me to your home so I can skinny dip.
Well, I said you can skinny dip. I didn't say anybody else would be, but you know,
You're
we'll
so
just make it
boring.
censored.
So what do you think about this Sin City business? Talk to me. You're an expert.
Well, you know, I think it is weird. And so today on this weird episode, you know, it's kind of looking at weird places, and it's got a lot of haunted locations. Have you ever seen any hauntings or anything here?
No.
Yeah, the Flamingo is pretty haunted, and they've got tons of ghost towns, and there's actually a haunted tour that you can do here.
I didn't know that.
And then there's like the Atomic Museum, which is kind of weird, right?
Right.
Well, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in Vegas, Lenny?
Well, apart from yourself, some of your staff. No, seriously, I've seen lots of weird things here, but I enjoyed the weird. Fremont Street is a typical example. Go to Fremont Street. They're all weird down there.
Well, you know, Vegas is one place where you can dress weird. No matter like what you wear, anything goes. So when you see somebody walking down the street in a costume, it's just like almost normal here, which is probably why I moved here.
Maybe.
I love the costumes.
I do too. You're quite right. I never considered that. In England, we have places, medieval market towns, that on a certain day, maybe Tuesdays, they dress in medieval costumes. But they just do that once a week. They're not weird like here. I mean, they're not sort of, scary.
What was that look? What was that look?
No, the Halloween look, you know.
Oh, whatever.
What? They should have them back.
What?
Have the flowers back. So, it is weird though, isn't it? It's right. I didn't realise they were haunted anything because there's so many old things here. You date back 8 years in America.
Well, how about all of the different marathons that are here? I mean, what weirdos? We run down the street dressed as Santa Claus, in foam. The bubble run's coming up. Did you know that?
Why are you telling me?
Because I thought maybe you wanted to run with me. Go for a jog?
I'd like to do something with you. It certainly wouldn't be running.
Well, I did hear that you went on an interesting date with a friend of mine that was also a guest on the show recently. Amy, maybe? You went to
she is very
Miss McGowan.
special.
She's actually on the show later today. She's going to be a model
adorable.
of the fashion show.
She's a model. She's beautiful. Honestly, she's great. And
so
great.
Tell me about your date.
My date. She's just great company, actually. She's young. She's 30 years old, but she acts 50. She's really...
She acts 50? What fun is that?
Well, no, listen, when you're 68, it's a lot of fun. I took her to Frank Sinatra's show. Bob Anderson, who's a dear friend of mine, and I took her to the show, and I thought, maybe she won't like this, you know, I'm trying to get laid. So there's a situation was, she loved the show, and she was very emotional about the show. She's very young, but she loves that kind of music. She's a sweetheart. She really is.
She is. You were trying to get laid, Lenny.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Why did you bring that up like that? God's sake, woman. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I'm English. I would never have said that.
So you would actually usually say much dirtier things, right? Because you are an insultist, after all.
I'm an insultant.
An insultant?
Yes, I'm an entertainment insultant.
What is that?
Well, when I do a show, I give shit to everybody. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know. I guess you just did.
So
you're allowed, right?
I just did. Tell me these scary things. I want to know. I don't know about this time.
Tupac's ghost has been sighted at Maryland and Flamingo, I believe it is, that intersection down there.
Okay.
And then we also, there's a lot of hauntings. You've never experienced anything like that?
Nothing at all. The nearest I got was, well, it's just one of those flushes I had. I put it down to haunting, but it wasn't really. I saw the medical people. I have just been invited to a party, and today, and it's at the hotel that Sinatra was at. Give me a clue. They're going to demolish it soon.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah, they're going to demolish this hotel. It's been here forever. It's where Sinatra was. There's a party there on the 9th. It's a very, very strict invitation. And it's in the Sinatra room. And there's going to be a band there. Maybe that's haunted.
Oh, the Liberace Museum is haunted. It's also one of the most
I was
haunted
talking
places.
about Frank Sinatra.
I know, but I don't know about Frank Sinatra. I only know the haunted places.
Actually, I've invited a certain person to that party.
Who's that?
Emma.
Emma.
Emmy. Janet.
I think he's getting his girls confused.
I'm old, I forget things. No, I've invited somebody to the party. I won't tell you who, but it's really sweet. The party's going to be amazing. Tell me more about the... I'm very interested in the haunted stuff.
Well, before we wrap up here, do you have any guest appearances you're making on any local any shows locally?
I'm doing 3 corporate dues this week. And then I'm doing a show. I always forget the name of the show. One of the casinos next Thursday. And of course I'm on NBC on Saturdays, and I have been for 6 weeks now. But I always love coming on your show because you're more human, and I can say
thank
things.
you.
I can say things.
I'm more human. I don't know exactly what that means, but
Well, you know, you're lovely.
I thought you would think that I was out of this world, like an alien or something. You don't know.
Well, that too. That too.
We do have John Wayne coming from New Four Wheel Encounters and New Light Entertainment.
Oh wow.
So we're going to be talking about Area 51 and all that jazz too.
Do you know what? I was going to go there a couple of weeks ago, but I asked. Nobody knows where it is.
It's actually off of Extraterrestrial Highway. Take a look at Google.
I went into Google. I couldn't find it.
Google Earth. You can do it.
Oh, sorry.
But we're going to cut to a quick break, and we'll be back in just a second with our next guest, so stay tuned. All right, and we're back. I'm your host, Tiffani Neilson, and I've got with me Andre Knight. How are you doing, Andre?
Hi, I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for, coming to Vegas early so that you could be on the show. That's awesome.
My pleasure.
And so Andre is a spiritual healer using metaphysics and some other cool stuff. Do you want to tell us more?
Metaphysics, energy, telepathy. We found a faster way to do things, Tiffani. People used to spend a lifetime studying meditation to maybe hit a peak point right at the very end of years of training. What we do, instead of training people to meditate, which does take years of practice, we do it for them.
Aha.
And we found a way to radiate it out so they can experience the experience without putting forth much effort.
Well, I was lucky enough to get to experience one of your meditational teachings, I guess, at the Zero Point Festival with Michael Scaler, and that was not the Meow event, which you had this past weekend, which was awesome. Great job, Michael, and everybody else involved. But also, it was just a regular Zero Point, right? Where we met?
It was one of the outdoor festivals.
And that was a very spiritual event in general. I loved it.
I love Michael Scaler and his events because, yeah, exactly that. It's more than a party. He tries to help people grow as a result.
Yes,
always
it's an
more than you
experience
expect.
more than a
Yeah.
party. I love it.
Yeah.
So you have a little exercise maybe that we're going to do?
Yeah, I can lead your audience through something if you have a couple minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'll give you guys a sample of how we do this. Give me a frame that's a little bit wider, show some of the background. And what we do is we do an eye open meditation as opposed to eyes closed, because when your eyes are closed, it's easy to daydream and visualize and imagine things. But when your eyes are open, you perceive what's going on around you. And those are the shifts that I really want you to notice. So what you're going to do, get into a comfortable position. You don't have to do the formal thing that everybody does. However you're comfortable. And you're going to rest your left eye on my left eye. Okay, you're not staring, you're not boring through, it's just a resting point. But at the same time, you want to keep your vision peripheral. And just be aware of your surroundings. And the only other thing you really got to do is breathe, okay? A lot of times when you tell people to concentrate, they get locked up all up here, but I want you to breathe all the way down, fill yourself up, and then back out, about that tempo. And then remember, here and wide, and we'll just keep doing that. Gradually come back. How was that, everybody? I think that's the quietest I've ever heard a television studio.
I know. Well, hey, at least they're being very respectful, and I think some of them are actually participating.
Mm-hmm. How was the vibe? Does anybody feel that back there?
Yeah.
Actually,
so that's a little bit of what we do.
John Wayne's actually going to be the next guest on the show, so he can maybe tell us a little bit more about what he experienced during that meditation too.
Oh, that'd be great. Love to hear from the other perspective.
And so, what exactly is it that they were supposed to be experiencing during that exercise, so that they can better understand what it was that they felt?
It's very individual. It can be different things for different people, but most everybody starts to see and feel things shift a little bit. I mean, we didn't go very deep. We only had about 2 minutes together, but usually you start to feel things shift around a little bit. The deeper you go, the more interesting the effects get, the weirder.
And so should they be focusing on nothing, or focusing on light, or focusing on...
Just observing. At this point, just observing. It's like you watch a movie. And that's the idea. They don't have to do anything. There's no exercise to learn or anything. The benefit of doing it this way is they're free to focus on the experience itself.
Very
Just
cool.
having the experience and feeling the effect of it. Once you know what meditation's about, once you know what it feels like, you can hit it much easier on your own. You know, it's sort of like music. You hear a note, you can hum to it.
And so how long have you been doing this?
I've been meditating for about 18 years. I've been doing it this way specifically for about 1.5 years. This is pretty new.
And then what are some of the other practices that you do, or teachings or exercises that you do with people?
We do a lot of energy circulation. We'll have people picture a ball of light and circulate it either down their spine or up their spine.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I did too, and it was very
How was
cool.
that?
I loved it. It was
Was it purely visual for you? Did you feel something?
No, it kind of was more like spiritual. It was like it cleansed like my spirit with light. It was crazy.
It's pretty cool once you start to realize there's more of you outside of this.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine felt like, I think you're supposed to have like a singular experience, and mine felt like a frigging train of energy, just like people like behind it, because it's like so much energy that I...
Well, you are. You're very sensitive. You're very in tune. So yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I loved it. And so if they want more information on you, where can they find that?
Phenovibe.com. PHENOVIBE.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andre. I loved having you as a guest, and hopefully we'll be able to
Thank
do
you
some
for
more
having me.
exercises, and maybe they can watch that online. So.
Okay. I can't wait.
Okay, great. Well, stay tuned, because we've got John Wayne and Gordy the Wizard next. So stay tuned. All right, and and we're back, Surviving Sin City, and we've got John Wayne here.
What's up, Tiffany? How are you doing tonight?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm fantastic, actually. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Awesome, no problem. We've also got Gordy the Wizard.
Good evening, Tiffany. Pleasure to be here. Happy I can make it.
Yes, I'm glad to have you here. And so you guys are New Light Entertainment and For Real Encounters International?
I have a company, yes. It's called New Light Entertainment. It is an entertainment company that is soon to be around the world. And we focus on giving, the bedroom DJs, the bedroom performers opportunities instead of like the headliners, booking the underdogs, so to say. And showcasing their talents. I've traveled from Texas to Vegas to Hawaii. I've been on tour. I use what's called the DIY method, do it yourself. And I just believe in the law of attraction, and I use that, I activate those energies, and that's what brought me here today.
So speaking of those energies, what did you think of the exercise?
Cool. First of all, the exercise is designed for you to activate the law of attraction. I took it as my intent. Instead of focusing on the environment, I just said a few ohms in my mind. I focused on my intent, and I started to say, I am here, I am real, which brings me to what For Real Encounters International is. For Real Encounters International is an international company where we explore and educate people all over the world about paranormal, supernatural, and spiritual encounters. We find individuals that have had these encounters and connect them with each other, let them tell their stories, resource them to professionals in an industry so that they know how to go, what they're feeling like and how to cope with these ideas. Because everyone knows if you see some stuff, you talk to people, they think you're weird. I'm probably the weirdest person in this world.
Perfect for this show.
Exactly, right? But with that being said, we created a movement called the For Real Movement. And the For Real Movement is people being for real with people. I'm tired of all these fake people, all right? And they need to be exposed. The darkness needs to be exposed, and I'm the light. I'll show it, and that's what I do. Speaking of which, I got this guy, Gordy the Wizard, here, and he's got something he'd like to talk about, too.
Well, it's really simple. What we're trying to do out here at New Light and my company, DJ Life Productions, that I work with, is bring on all together all the vibes that everybody should have together in an environment. It's more than just music and more than just a bar atmosphere. It's a family, it's a community we're trying to bring together here in Vegas. We're a large Burning Man community group, so we're really, really weird. It's about as weird as you could possibly get without, crossing any of those borders into paranormal. So that's why I have him around, to keep me level-headed. We have a show actually coming up tomorrow with Euphonic Rhythm that we're doing. That's a superstition show, Friday the 13th. We'll have some of the greater local DJs around here, like Time Protocol will be playing. EJ the DJ from the Dance Nuts will be out there. It should be a really, really great time. The vibe's really good. It's going to be at the Phoenix, which is an alternative lifestyle bar. It's not gay, it's not straight, it's not bi, it's not trans, it's not anything. It's be yourself. Come there, be comfortable. It's a family and experience, pretty much, for the 21 and up crowd.
The main thing, may I interject real quick? And then
Sure, just one thing I wanted to add. It's actually not just Friday the 13th tomorrow, but it's double Friday the 13th because we just had one last month.
Absolutely. That's where we were actually I was going to touch on that too. It's a repeat almost exactly from the show we did last month. We did a pre-Valentine show, and it got pretty weird there too. So we're hoping to up the expectations.
Double the weird?
Absolutely.
Let's triple the weird.
Double the weird, double the fun. You know
Only you can make it weird, and make sure you try your hardest.
The weirder the better, right?
Absolutely. Better. Absolutely.
Within,
Well, nothing's weirder than being in Las Vegas, and I got here off some pretty weird encounters myself. When I lived in Dallas, Texas, I DJ'd for 10 years. I threw parties. I've opened up for Frankie Bones, Simply Jeff, DJ Craze. The list can go on and on. And it's been a journey. I actually ran a nightclub called Dark Side. I had 1,000 ravers every Friday and Saturday for a year.
So now you're on the light side?
I've always been on the light side. I was actually the light that was in the dark. That's how I justified it. I became an ordained minister. The club was actually licensed.
I am too.
Universal Life Church?
Yep.
There it is. We're here for a reason and for a purpose. And what is a rave? It's a radical audio-visual experience. That's it. There's a negative connotation that's been put upon raves that made people look at it like the darkness. It's not dark. It's about people expressing themselves. First Amendment, freedom of expression. That's why we were able to dance. It was illegal to dance after 4 o'clock in the morning in Texas.
Well, I actually love what you just said,
Yep.
and it reminds me of a story that I heard. It was a child walked into a room, and in the room there was nothing but darkness, and they walked in with a candle, and that candle lit the entire room up. And then from that, there was light.
And see, and that's what I believe we need to do. Our obligation, to me, I believe, too much is given, much is required. And as a DJ, you're not just a DJ, you are a director of their journey. And you're an MC, you're a master of ceremonies. So you have the ability to conduct a journey that benefits and edifies people's lives and their spirits. And I'm tired of all the crap that I've been seeing lately, and it needs to get changed. There's a shift that needs to happen. You know, we are in a stage right now to where we are ascending, and we all got to get on that love vibration. And we can get on that love vibration together, then we can ascend up out of here to be great masters that we already are.
Well, you know, I did have to kind of intervene and be a peacemaker with a local DJ, Thor Steiger, who has a CD release out right now.
Yeah,
So.
Thor, Twisted Energy.
Twisted Energy, you know. And I was very proud to see that he was able to share the decks with you. And
Oh
give you a
my
chance
God,
to
I've
DJ,
been waiting to
which is
play.
awesome.
I've been waiting to DJ with Thor since I met Thor. This man is a beast, but he's a giant.
Sexy
He's a
beast.
gentle giant, sexy beast. He's able to take a song and produce it in a day. Okay. People spend months producing tracks. This cat is sitting down, bangs it out, and it's bangers nonstop. He's a factory of bangers.
Yeah, the
and
one
he's
thing you can say about Thor is he's definitely a hard worker. He's always put in more than you would even expect out of somebody who has already so much going for him already.
Because I tell him, do it for the music.
Do it for the
the
music.
music.
Well,
See-
for the ladies and the music. the money comes in a third place position. You always got to keep your
Yeah, but the
fans.
ladies are
No,
distracted.
dude, bro,
too.
the ladies are
that's
distraction.
not-
I love the girls, but they're distracting when it comes to trying to do this. You do it for the music, then the girls come, bro. That's the way you do it. Secondly, you know what I'm saying? Mad shout out to Thor. Mad shout out to Stevie Mac too with Epic Entertainment. They got their 3-year anniversary coming up, which is killer. I've got my homeboy who's a freaking legend in the industry, Hawaiian Lion, all the way out here. He's not here. He went and talked to the ladies tonight. But he sends his love. He wants to impregnate the world with aloha. That's his thing. That's what we try to do.
Well, mahalo.
And we're all Ohana.
So, Gordy, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in Vegas?
Well, the weirdest thing I do say I've possibly seen here is when I came into the scene here originally was right after, a really hard part of my life leaving Detroit, and a lot of things that I did out there, a lot of events I did out there really took a lot out of me. So I came in, and Epic Entertainment opened me into their family, open arms. They got to be one of the most loving people that their whole group is all the great vibes, that love and light you're looking for is right there in Epic, and they pulled me in, and since then it's only gotten weirder and weirder, and weirder, and with that, yeah, well, I've been able to help my other friends bring out themselves and embrace the weirdness in them by letting them know only you can be the judger of you, only you can think you're ugly, only you can think you're just funny, only you think anything you're doing is out of the ordinary, unless there's laws saying you can't walk around naked. That's why we all go to Canada. It's just not like.
All right, we got a minute left. I want to say a couple things real quick.
Go right ahead.
How I met you was weird. No joke. Just the connection. See, I'm a networker. I connect the dots. And ever since I caught Tiesto's headphones and became a DJ, and then moved here and had experiences with guys like Bunny from Rabbit in the Moon, who led me through this rabbit hole. My rabbit hole experience is one weird encounter after another. And I might have to say, you're probably the weirdest encounter I've ever met. Alien shit, real talk. And could I say the wrong light TV?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Sorry. But thank you so much for having us here. We rushed. We tried to get here. There's a game going on. You know how Vegas is. And
Yep.
in the meanwhile, just keep an eye out for us. We're going to be traveling Texas. I'm bringing in Texas DJs, Hawaii DJs. I want to start sending out Las Vegas DJs too.
We
All
have a
you
side
guys.
chat show coming up on 18th of next month here. Look for it on Facebook. It'll be all over the place. I'll post it up on Epic's wall. They'll be, more than willing to have it up there for us. But if you like weird, side trance is about as weird as your musical choice can get.
Absolutely.
All right. So make sure you come check us out. New Light, DJ Life. We're here to make sure that your weirdness stays high tempo.
All right, and with that, we'll be back in a second, so stay tuned for more on Surviving Sin City. All right, and we're back. You're watching Surviving Sin City. I'm Tiffani Neilson, and I've got with me the amazing, the fabulous, the designer extraordinaire, Mina Kahn. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show. And I also have the amazingly talented performing man in the mirror, Steve MacWithey. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Oh, come on. You guys are going to cheer for Steve?
Thank
Come
you,
on.
Daddy. Sorry, she's way hotter than me for sure.
So how are you guys doing?
Doing good. Keeping busy.
So you're a hard woman to get a hold of nowadays. I was working on getting a hold of you so you could have your fashions on the show today, and you managed to pull it off. So I'm so excited that you're going to be presenting those at the end of the show, and you've got some of your models here today.
I do. I pulled something out of my hat last minute, and it's going to be fabulous.
Awesome.
And sexy.
And so can you tell us a little bit about your fashions?
My fashions range from anything like pin-up style. I'm really inspired by the 50s era of things, Betty Page and things like that. I really enjoy the fetish side of things as well. Corsetry is one of my fortes. I love to make beautiful corset dresses that shape a beautiful, beautiful, curvaceous woman.
Well, I think the venue the person that has this venue, David Tupas, would definitely agree with your passion for, you know, the 50s style pinup and everything like that. He's, you know, very couture, but it's the same, you know, Marilyn Monroe, the glam, all of the lights and everything. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been sewing all my life. When it, like I started as a little girl sewing holes, you know, repairing holes in my socks and making costumes for me and my younger brother. That's kind of how it all really started. We started, you know, going around looking like homeless gypsies, and then next thing you know, we're walking around looking like sharp-dressed gypsies, you know, and had all bags of candies, and it just kind of progressed from there, you know. I started making my own clothes and yada, yada, yada. As I got older, I fell in love with the corsetry. I really, really did, and I just knew that I had to learn how to make it. So, and I did, and now I do.
Well, I know, and we actually worked together on making your video entry for Project Runway, right?
Yes, we did. We did. We had a great evening working very hard.
They really messed up on not picking you.
Yeah, they
missed
did.
really an exciting person. Sheesh.
But yeah, that took a long time. We got a great reel together to present to them. They came to me. They wanted me to show. So I basically, you know, signed my soul over to them, and we made a very great promotion reel for it. And they ended up not picking me. I guess I, go figure, didn't have enough drama for the show. So, and if you know me, that's not true. So
They should have taken a, you know,
Totally
a
missed out.
day
They
with
totally
Mina
missed
and
out.
see what it was really like. No,
I would have brought the
So
drama.
Steve, you're also
Bring everything,
somewhat
right?
of a designer, right? Man in the Mirror. Tell me a little bit more about that.
I built that for an art installation for Burning Man in 2012. So that was like my first art installation for the burn, and it took 400 hours to make. And that
400 hours?
Yeah, that was the
Oh my
jacket
gosh.
and the pants.
Isn't
And
it
since
bad
then,
luck to break a mirror, though?
I didn't break it. I cut it.
Okay.
So they're all cut. I mean, yeah, I've definitely broke a shit ton of them since then because just wearing it and walking around and bumping into stuff. But
How many people
I don't.
have asked you that?
No,
too?
it's every time you break a mirror on the mirror, man in the mirror suit, an angel gets his wings.
Oh, nice.
So it's a different type of.
Taking a negative and turning it into a positive.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so since then I probably put like 400 hours into it. I'm designing my new mask right now. It's a plaster mold of my face with a mohawk that has like 80 LEDs in it.
Ooh.
So it's gonna light up and go crazy. Me and Chicken from Ronnie Burst from Illuminated Couture.
Very
He does
cool.
really, really good stuff.
Yes,
Really
he
good
does.
stuff. So.
And so I think
Almost.
we had some video that we're going to play here at some point, maybe
Nice.
on break or something, of you performing at Glamour and Glow.
Yeah,
and
that was
so
fun.
you did a great job at that. I mean, he's just jumping around like he's a giant disco ball. It was awesome.
It was fun. That was a good time. They did a really good job with the fashion show and all the design and stuff like that they put into it. It was good. It was good. Glamour and Glow was awesome.
It was not
Totally
exactly
good.
what I was expecting from Man in the Mirror, but I liked it even more than what I thought. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting you had all those dance moves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
man's
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That was I guess you're your own worst critic. I thought that was like a 3 compared to what I feel like I could do.
Oh, stop it. It was,
I
it
know,
was,
I
it
know,
was at
I
least
know.
9.5.
Thank you though. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Really do,
If
for
you could
sure.
have done like a pirouette and like a spin, maybe a somersault or a
That's what
cartwheel.
you wanted? I could have done
I
that.
don't know.
for
That would be nice.
Somersault, fall back.
Next time I know.
Backwards handstand or something. I don't
Triple backflip.
yeah,
and Eddie.
yeah.
I brought Steve on a project with me actually. I did the Life Cube project downtown.
Yes.
And I was asked to do a fashion show for the burning event for the Cube, and I asked Steve to come down in his mirror suit, and we had
That
a
was
blast.
so fun.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
They didn't know what to think of us when we walked in.
They actually made me the volunteer coordinator for the Life Cube burn, and I told them because we had already planned the fashion show. I said I'm not going to do this unless I need like an hour and a half to go off radio to do this fashion show with Mina. It was so fun.
Yeah, we had a
People
lot
were
of fun.
flipping out. They didn't know what to do.
They
It
didn't
wasn't
know
just,
what
It
to
wasn't just the
do.
mirror people. It
you
wasn't
guys
just the mirror
made it really weird?
suits. It was
Crazy.
Yes.
Well, everybody's
Yes.
in my designs, and then I
super
had
weird.
Steve
She had
in the
2
mirror
girls like
outfit,
on
you
leashes,
know.
and she was walking around like they were.
I had 2 pony girls.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So that was very
Giddy up.
sexy. You know, I was leading them by the bridles and the leashes, and we had a cabana at the El Cabana Suite, so we had to walk from there
Yeah.
in character to the Life Cube
It was
site.
really good.
And just
And
because
the
most
people
of our
driving.
viewers are probably not going to know what we're talking about, so
Oh,
you actually
pony
had
girl.
girls that you were,
Girls
you
that
know,
had
walking
bridles
through
on. They
like
had-
they were
Yeah.
horses.
Like
So
bars
they were
in their mouth,
gagged.
yeah.
They were gagged, and then they had the leashes,
Yeah.
and I was leading them in on the reins.
That's Vegas.
We stopped traffic, that's for sure.
It was awesome. I'm
Yeah,
super glad I
people
was a
didn't
part
know
of
what
that
to
for
think.
sure.
Yeah, it was great.
It
I
was
had to
nuts.
have you.
It was nuts.
Couldn't have done it without you. And then we also
was
had
nuts.
Illuminated Couture with us as well.
Yeah.
So use discretion if you're bringing your children to Las Vegas.
Don't bring your kids to Vegas.
But you're going to be doing a lot of dancing this weekend at the Epic Party, right?
Yes, it's our 3 anniversary party. It's been 3 years. Epic's 3 years. So we have the rooftop of the Hustler Club. It's half indoor, half outdoor. And we got the proof for flame effects. And we're building some really cool art installations. And we got a bouncy house.
Well, I'm sure some
And,
really cool art installations
like-
are kind of like a mild, description of how awesome it will be, because I know how detailed you guys get.
Yeah.
He's describing it as a 3 and it's probably a 20.
Yes, and once again.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. You guys,
You gotta come to
definitely
make
go.
sure you're.
You guys should
So if
definitely
they
go.
want
We got a really
information
good
on
lineup.
where that's going
It's
on,
on the
what time,
rooftop of the
everything.
Hustler. It's a side entrance. There's actually free limo rides if you need a limo to the venue. But you don't go through the main entrance. You go through the side elevator, and it takes you right to the roof. And yeah, it's a nature theme. So come naked, I guess.
And
Like Adam and Eve,
I don't know. I guess bring your clothes and decide.
You can do that. It's not in the
Just
strip
so people
club,
have a
so
chance
there
to
won't
know.
be
Where
any
do they find more
dancers.
information on you, Mina?
Adult dancers there.
More information on me. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're the shit. I want to sit next to you right now. Tell me more.
If you want to find out more about me, you can find me on Facebook. You look under Mina Kahn Inc. And that's MINAKAHN Inc. INC. You can find me on Facebook. You can also Google that and find me. And look at my Etsy store and buy all my wonderful, sexy garments. Please and thank you.
All right, awesome. Well, stay tuned because we've got more on Surviving Sin City in just a second. Hey, what's up? We're back on Surviving Sin City, and we've got Shel Bailey, DJ Bomb Shel.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, Shel. You've got different hair than the last time. I like it, but it's definitely a different look.
Thank you. I'm always doing that. People try to pigeonhole me and push me into one look or the other, but I can't do it.
Well, you know, people look so weird all the time here. They're always doing this weird stuff to their hair, their outfit, or whatever. So I've got a new system that I'm using to remember people's names.
What is it?
Maybe this will help you guys out at home, too.
Okay.
So, since the hair is always changing, no, the outfit's always changing, I look at their face and I try to remember, like, you look like a Shel, you know? Justin looks like a Justin. You know, Laurent, he looks like a Laurent. You know, Charles, he looks like a Charles, you know? Rick, it looks like a Rick, you know? And thank you guys, by the way. Great tech support there. Even David Chabas, he looks like a David. So if you look at their face and you try to remember their name with their face, and like, does that make sense?
It does.
It works, I swear.
I try to take a picture of people with their name written over their forehead in gigantic black letters. And once that shutter closes and then opens again, I remember it.
Well, you're luckier than I am. 'Cause
What's your name?
I forget. What? No. So, Shel, what have you been up to? You've been at 96.7, The Pulse, right?
Yes, it's been a long journey. I actually moved here to Las Vegas with the hope and dream of being a part of the only all-electronic dance music radio station on the FM dial in the United States. It was formerly Jelly, and right after I moved here, it switched to Pulse. And now I'm the sales and marketing manager, and I do the morning show from 6 to 9 a.m.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yay, thank you.
And you know, I always laugh because you'll text me, and I know you're having one of those moments where you'll just write me, "Oh, Vegas," and I'm like, "Oh, Shel."
You do it too. Yeah, this town has been a whirlwind. Oh my God, it's surviving is the key, and you really have to know how to do it. When you're up, you're up. When you're on fire, you're on fire. When they put you to work, they wear you out.
And when you fall down, you better pick it back up and get up and going again.
I know, or plan to take a 3-month-long vacation.
At least, you know.
I know, right?
And then read the Sin City Survival Guide and try again. No.
It's been so exciting. It took me about 6 months to find my thing. I've been in radio for more than 20 years and finally landed the gig, and now it's just epic, so to speak, to use a word. We're helping with the grand opening of the Omnia nightclub at Caesar's Palace. We're taking a crew
That's
of VIPs
soon, isn't it?
there.
It's this weekend.
Yeah, the grand opening was last night, then the soft opening was last night, then the opening's tonight with Calvin Harris. We're taking VIPs to see Chucky on Sunday. You know, it's a $75 million
Tell them all to
nightclub.
stop and be on the show while they're in town. I don't know.
Absolutely, we're trying to work that out.
Perfect.
That's the idea.
I love that.
That's the idea. You and Calvin Harris.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
and
a
me
great
and
idea.
Calvin Harris. I mean, if I could maybe just sit on his lap, you know, if he's wearing his underwear. You know, he's an underwear model now.
Oh, well, he should be modeling longer johns.
Yeah, right here.
I've got a friend that does longer johns. You know,
Yeah, I was here actually at that. Yeah.
Jordan Christopher.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You should get him to be. Yeah. Right there. You go.
And so you're going to perform for us today?
I am. I'm really nervous because I'm going to do something really weird. which is the theme of the show. And I moved here from Portland, Oregon, and the slogan there is "Keep Portland Weird." So I got a lot of practice at being weird. This is a song that I wrote and produced about mind control. And in all of my music, I put subliminal messages, which is weird.
Well, it's funny you should say the mind control because I was actually hypnotized last night.
Really?
Yes, in the Hypnosis Unleashed show with Kevin Lepine at the Hooters Casino. And
Hypnotized
they
at
turned
Hooters.
me into
Surprise.
someone that thought they were Britney Spears and I had to perform.
Did it work?
Well, I don't know. I had to go with it either way. It was too late. Once you're one of the five, then if you don't play along, then you're screwed. You know,
That's right.
you mess up the whole show.
That's
so
right.
It's like you just have to go with it. So I went with it as much as I could.
Good job. Good job.
So that goes right along with your mind control. But it's a really good show. You should check it out.
I will check it out. And yeah, the whole, the subliminal track in this track, it just says control your mind, control your mind, control your mind, because thoughts become things, right? Words have power.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for or think about.
Because you just might get it.
And I'll leave you with one last thought. Don't trust everything you think. Ooh, think about that one.
And don't trust every boy you know. Stevie! You're
trust
supposed to
no one,
press
just
play
like my
right
dad
now.
says.
You're supposed to be pressing play on the song. You're missing your cue. Can somebody press play on the song?
Oh, well, Steve MacWithey was our sound assistant.
Hold on, we got technical difficulties.
We're having technical, what, you're back there making out with the model.
Blame it on the night.
Okay, here we go. And what was our?
Yes, here we go.
Okay. Oh, control your mind. Careful what you wish for.
Back
You just
line.
might get it. I'm gonna read you a bedtime story.
Oh, everything's true. Yeah. Everything. Always.
And something's dirty.
Sometimes.
I look around, different dimensions surround. Looking for the vision I see inside of me astounds. I close my eyes. The colors swing from black, the blues, the greens, the pink. It's like an ecstasy attack. I hear the spiral, cosmic connector of the soul. It sucks me down and turns the back and bring me to small. The cellular level, what is the shit I see? An entire universe exists inside of me. I'm passing protons and neutrons, the cellulose, it's glucose. I'm tired of sugar, my body eats the sucrose. Deeper, I swear. The further down I go, the closer I get to the good. What's your mind? What you feel? What you say? All becomes real. All becomes real.
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it, right? I know you're wishing for this.
What's going on? Hey, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on here? Mother Day needs an answer. Do you think music is just so you can be a dancer? Well, you do. Well, I know real attractive. But are you using more things to be proactive? The TV is just a tool to drain your brain, so don't be fool. Let's rise. Let's rise.
You just might get it.
What's your mind? What you feel? What you say? All becomes real. All becomes real. What's your mind? What you say? What you feel? All becomes real. It all becomes real.
Sing it, Joe.
All becomes real.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So what's your mind? Think.
nothing to do but to think what you feel. Watch it. Yeah.
All right.
Was that weird enough for you?
Yeah, I liked it.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for letting me express myself, and you be sure to express yourself too. Fulfill your potential.
Bring out your inner weird. It's okay, at least when you're in Vegas. All right, and we'll be back in just a second with the fashion show, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? I'm here at the Hooters Casino where Kevin Lepine has a show, Hypnosis Unleashed.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Kevin. How are you doing?
Doing great. We're actually getting ready for tonight's show. We should have a pretty fun house tonight.
And so it's every night at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, well, I take Mondays off. Nobody wants to work on Monday. It's Tuesday through Sunday, 8 p.m. It's a 21 and over show. There's more information on VegasHypnosisShow.com.
Very cool. And so how long have you been doing this show?
I've been actually hypnotizing people for over 15 years. I've been here at Hooters for the last 2.5 years and been headlining in Vegas for the last 5. Hooters has been an amazing partner to us. We've been having a lot of fun over here.
Excellent. I know they have that chain out in Ohio where I'm from, so I've definitely been to Hooters before.
Yep, and I mean, it's funny too, because doing the show here, so many people go, wait, you mean you're performing in the restaurant? No, the casino and hotel's got a beautiful showroom for us. They've been taking care of us, giving me the ability to hypnotize people nightly and just make them do whatever hits my weird, crazed imagination.
And so the Hooters girls, I mean, they have a pretty hot little costume. Do you ever, hypnotize them so their top falls off or something?
Never. Actually, we've had a bunch of the waitresses in here. They're not allowed to be in the show wearing the costume, of course.
Bummer.
I'm sorry, outfit, because, corporates are corporates. But, oh yeah, we have everybody in here. It's funny, I can do pretty much anything I want with people once they're up there, but I always try and keep it to the line of making sure everybody's safe, making sure everybody has fun. They're going to do ridiculous stuff on my stage, but I'm never going to embarrass or humiliate them.
Are you sure about that? No. I'll take your word for it.
Well, it's a fun thing. When I hypnotize you, if I try and make you do something you're uncomfortable with, you're going to fight against it anyway. Your conscious mind is always aware. It's just when I hypnotize, your subconscious mind makes everything feel like a good idea.
Well, that sounds pretty crazy because I've seen some of the adult hypnosis and they do some crazy things. So if they're still in control of that, wow.
Well, it's kind of like you know what's going on. You know what you're doing. You just don't always know why you're doing it. There's kind of no difference between being hypnotized and about that third shot of tequila anyway. I mean, to give you an idea, here, hold your hands out just like this. Fold them like that. Perfect. Bring them up to about your chin. Just hold up your index fingers. Hold them about a half an inch apart. Now just take a look at your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Stare at your fingers. And you're going to feel them go closer and closer together. It's like there's two magnets, and the more you stare at them, the closer and closer they move. And that's just a quick experience of the subconscious reaction taking over.
Very cool. Do you ever have people that you can't hypnotize?
I have people who aren't comfortable up there on stage. What'll happen is I'll get 10 volunteers, and like 4 or 5 of them, they'll be fidgety up there. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld said it perfectly. The most common fear, the number 1 fear in America, is public speaking. Number 2 is death. If you're at a funeral, you'd rather be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. So to come up here on stage, under the lights, in front of everybody, they're just people who are naturally going to be fidgety. They're not going to be able to relax.
Now, what about my viewing audience? Do you think maybe you could hypnotize them into tuning in every Thursday at 7?
If I could do stuff like that, I'd just be going up to all the casino cages and going, "You will give me the purple chips." It doesn't quite work
we'll
that
have to work
easily.
on that one.
It'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you, Kevin, and we'll enjoy the show tonight, I guess.
My pleasure. Enjoy. Have fun. You should volunteer.
I don't know about that, but maybe my tech director, Justin, would volunteer.
We'll see. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you. All right, and we're back. You're watching Surviving Sin City, and we're about to have a fashion show by Mina Kahn. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you to David Chapas and Vegas Live TV for letting us use the venue. And thank you to my support staff and my tech support staff, Galexia, Raquel for coming out, everybody else who came out. You guys are all awesome. And ladies, are we ready to do this? Yeah. All right, let's go. Shel, play it.
Worship the ladies.
Amazing. Beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
So you brought a little bit of everything for us to see.
A little bit of everything.
Awesome. So can you tell us maybe a little bit about each piece, and we'll just kind of have them step up. What is your first model's name?
The first piece. Oh, I'm so Cicada. Cicada.
Oh, what a beautiful name.
Gorgeous. This dress was made for actually a Tim Burton themed show.
Oh, very cool.
And it is a corset dress, so inside of the torso there's half-inch steel boning throughout to accentuate, and then when you turn around,
she's got a beautiful back.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
So in the original show, she had a bloody head. I forgot the head today.
Well, next time it'll be extra weird.
Next time I'll bring two heads. But yes, it's very sexy, very dark, very sultry, very twisted. My favorite.
Yes, she did say two heads. Awesome, I love it. It's a beautiful dress.
And she loves the jewels in the back.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's very, very dramatic.
Next we got Amy McGowan. Amy, you look great. I love that outfit.
Girl, me too.
So tell us about this one.
This is a beautiful piece that I didn't see the piece automatically. When I got this material, I was like, I have to make something sexy out of that. And somebody was like, you got to make upholstery. That's like, I'm like, no, that belongs on a curvaceous, beautiful, lovely woman. And look, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
So once I started playing with it, man, this design just popped in my head, and I knew I had to make it. It corsets on both sides. It's instead of the traditional back corset or the front lace up. So on both sides, it's laced up and down on the skirt as well.
Very cool. I love it.
It's very
different.
Steampunkish,
yes,
sexy boudoir kind of with the edge.
Shout out to Sin City Steampunk Dolls. And oh, okay. So next we have
Sydney.
All right,
This
cool.
is
I think
Sydney.
I get a little peekaboo action.
Isn't
in the
that
middle.
great? Yeah, that's a corset dress as well. So it is lined or constructed actually with half-inch steel boning throughout it to get that hourglass figure. And she is just rocking it. That dress is like made for her. I don't know where she came from, but I'm never letting her go. Sorry, Moscow. Ooh, she liked that.
Awesome. And then this
Then we
model,
have Kathy.
she looks beautiful. I love all the
Beautiful.
showgirl type feathers and everything. It's great.
Absolutely. We did. I did a collaboration with a New Zealand artist, Joe Russ, at the Cosmopolitan P3 Studio Art Studio, and all of her pieces incorporated birds and women. So she saw my designs and she was like, Mina, you must come show me your things. So this is what I put together for that.
I love it.
It was just lying around. You know, I threw it on there. But I made everything: the head pieces, the shoulder pieces, the fifth element torso piece, and then the beautiful feathers around her.
And so do you have any events coming up?
As of now, I am just concentrating on having a new line to show here for David. He invited me to come show a line here. So
Yay, that's awesome.
that
I love
is
David.
what I'm going to put all my all into from now on for the
Thank
next
you
6
so
months.
much. Beautiful.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you to all of your models. They're absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for
And so one more
having us.
time, if they want more information on you, where do they go?
They just go to Mina Kahn Inc. You just type that in, you can find me. It's pretty easy. Kahn is Kahn Inc. INC.
All right, well, until next week, happy St. Patrick's Day. I know that's going to be on Tuesday, so
Yes,
we'll
yes,
have some
yes.
clips from what goes on in St. Patrick's Day next week when we have a March Madness episode.
Green bear,
so.
green bear, green bear.
All right, Shel, if you could cue the music, I think this is it for today anyway. So stay weird, and we'll see you next week at 7.
Bye.
Yeah.